Imagine having a superpower that could change your entire life. Sounds amazing, right? Well, here's the exciting part. You already have this power inside you. It's been there all along, waiting for you to discover it. This isn't about learning magic tricks or gaining special abilities. It's about tapping into the incredible potential that's already within you. The best part? Anyone can do it, including you. This hidden force is like a secret key that can unlock doors you never even knew existed. It can help you achieve your dreams, overcome challenges, and live a life filled with purpose and joy. But here's the catch. You need to know how to use it. It's not about waving a wand or saying special words. It's about becoming the person you've always wanted to be, deep down inside. Think about it. Have you ever felt like there's more to life than what you're experiencing right now? Like you're meant for something greater? That feeling is your invisible power calling out to you. It's trying to show you that you're capable of so much more than you realize. And today we're going to start the journey of unveiling that power together. Now let's talk about how this invisible power works. Imagine your life is like a giant mirror. Everything you see around you, your relationships, your job, your successes, and your challenges, they're all reflections. But here's the twist, they're not reflecting the world around you. They're reflecting what's inside you. This mirror shows you how you see yourself and how you view the world. If you believe you're not good at making friends, the mirror will show you a life where it's hard to connect with others. If you think money is hard to come by, the mirror will reflect financial struggles. It's not because the world is against you, it's because the mirror is simply showing you what you believe to be true. But here's the exciting part. If you change what's inside, the reflection changes too. When you start to see yourself as capable and worthy, the mirror starts to show you a world full of opportunities. When you believe in abundance, suddenly doors start opening up. It's like magic, but it's real, and it's all because of the power within you. Now here's something really important to understand. If you want to see big changes in your life, you need to start with small changes inside yourself. It's like trying to change your reflection in a real mirror. You can't just reach out and move the reflection itself. You have to move yourself, and then the reflection follows. This means that if you're not happy with something in your life, the first step is to look inside. Are there beliefs or thoughts that might be causing this situation? For example, if you're struggling to find a job you love, ask yourself, do I believe I deserve a great job? Do I think I'm capable of doing amazing work? Changing these inner beliefs isn't always easy. It means facing your fears, doubts, and maybe even some painful truths. It's like cleaning out a cluttered closet. It might be messy and uncomfortable at first, but once you're done, you feel so much better. And just like a clean closet gives you space for new, better things, clearing out negative beliefs makes room for positive changes in your life. Remember, every great journey starts with a single step. Your journey to mastering your invisible power begins with being willing to look inside and make those internal changes. It might feel scary at first, but I promise you it's worth it. The person you can become, the life you can create, it's all waiting for you on the other side of this inner work. Let's dive deeper into understanding this invisible power of yours. Think of it as a special language that the universe speaks. Every thought you have, every belief you hold, every feeling you experience, they're all like words in this language, and the universe listens to every single one. When you think, I'm not good enough, the universe hears that and says, okay, if that's what you believe, I'll show you experiences that match that belief. It's not punishing you, it's simply responding to the message you're sending out. On the flip side, when you think, I am capable and worthy, the universe gets excited and starts lining up experiences to match that belief. This is why two people can face the same situation and have completely different outcomes. Let's say two people lose their jobs. The first person thinks, this is terrible, I'll never find another job. The second person thinks, this is an opportunity to find something even better. Guess what happens? The first person struggles to find work, while the second person discovers new, exciting career paths. Same situation, different beliefs, different outcomes. Your invisible power is always at work, whether you're aware of it or not. Every moment of every day, it's shaping your experiences based on your inner world. The good news is, once you understand this, you can start using this power consciously to create the life you want. Now let's talk about how your thoughts affect not just you, but everything and everyone around you. Imagine throwing a pebble into a calm lake. What happens? It creates ripples that spread out across the water. Your thoughts work in the same way. When you have a thought, it doesn't just stay in your head. It creates a ripple effect that influences your feelings, your actions, and even the energy you give off. Other people can sense this energy, even if they don't realize it. Have you ever met someone who just seemed to light up the room? Or someone who brought a dark cloud with them wherever they went? That's the ripple effect of their thoughts in action. This is why changing your thoughts can change your entire life. When you start thinking more positively, you feel better. When you feel better, you act differently. When you act differently, you get different results. And when people around you notice this change, they start treating you differently too. It's a beautiful cycle that all starts with that invisible power inside you. But remember, this isn't about forcing yourself to be positive all the time. It's about being aware of your thoughts and gently guiding them in a more helpful direction. It's about choosing thoughts that empower you rather than limit you. Now let's talk about the spiritual side of your invisible power. When we say spiritual, we're not talking about any specific religion. We're talking about your connection to something bigger than yourself, whether you call it the universe, nature, God, or simply life itself. Your invisible power is deeply connected to this spiritual side of life. It's like a bridge between your inner world and the vast, mysterious world around you. When you tap into this power, you're not just changing your thoughts. You're tuning into the deeper rhythms and wisdom of life itself. This spiritual connection can show up in many ways. You might start noticing more coincidences in your life, those moments when exactly what you need shows up at just the right time. You might feel more intuitive, like you just know things without knowing how you know them. You might feel a deeper sense of peace and trust in life, even when things are challenging. Cultivating this spiritual connection is a key part of mastering your invisible power. It's about learning to trust in something bigger than your own limited perspective. It's about recognizing that you're part of a vast interconnected web of life and that you have a unique and important role to play in it. As we wrap up this first part of our journey, it's important to understand that unveiling your invisible power is really a journey of self-discovery. It's about peeling back the layers of who you think you are to reveal who you truly are at your core. This journey isn't always easy. You might uncover beliefs about yourself that you didn't even know you had. You might face fears and doubts that have been holding you back for years. But with each step you take, with each layer you peel back, you become more authentically you. And the more authentically you live, the more powerfully your invisible power can work in your life. Remember, this journey isn't about becoming someone new. It's about uncovering the amazing person you've always been beneath the surface. It's about letting your true self shine through and allowing your unique gifts to flourish. As you continue on this path, be patient and kind with yourself. Celebrate every small victory, every moment of insight, every step forward. And know that even when it feels challenging, you're doing important work. You're not just changing your own life, and you're contributing to the positive change in the world around you. Your invisible power is waiting for you to claim it. It's ready to help you create a life filled with joy, purpose, and fulfillment. The journey starts with a single step, the decision to look within and embrace the incredible potential that's been inside you all along. Are you ready to take that step? Your journey to mastery begins now. The power of patience. In our fast-paced world, we often expect instant results. We want to see changes in our lives as quickly as we can tap a screen or click a button. But when it comes to your invisible power, things work a little differently. It's more like planting a seed and watching it grow into a beautiful tree. When you start working with your invisible power, you might not see dramatic changes right away. This is where many people give up, thinking it's not working. But here's the truth. Big changes are happening beneath the surface, just like roots growing underground before a plant sprouts. Think about it like this. If you decide you want to become physically fit, you don't expect to see muscle growth after one day at the gym, right? You know it takes time and consistent effort. The same principle applies to your invisible power. Every positive thought, every moment of self-belief, every action aligned with your goals, they're all like seeds being planted in the garden of your life. The key is to keep going, even when you can't see results yet. Trust that your efforts are making a difference. Be patient with yourself and with the process. Remember, even the mightiest oak tree started as a tiny acorn. As you continue on this journey, you'll likely experience ups and downs. There might be days when you feel on top of the world, like everything is falling into place. And there might be days when you feel like you're back at square one. This is perfectly normal. In fact, it's a sign that change is happening. Think of it like waves in the ocean. Sometimes you're riding high on a wave of positive energy and progress. Other times, you might feel like you're in a trough, wondering if you've lost ground. But here's the important thing to remember. Just like the ocean, your life has a natural rhythm of highs and lows. The key is not to get too attached to either state. When you're riding high, enjoy it. But don't expect to stay there forever. When you're in a low point, remind yourself that it's temporary. Keep your focus on your long-term vision and trust that you're still moving forward, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. Here's an exciting truth about your invisible power. Small, consistent efforts can lead to massive changes over time. This is known as the compound effect, and it's one of the most powerful principles you can apply in your life. Imagine you have a choice. You can have $1 million right now, or you can have a penny that doubles in value every day for a month. Which would you choose? Most people would go for the $1 million. But here's the surprising truth. If you chose the penny by day 30, you'd have over $5 million. This is how your invisible power works. Each positive thought, each moment of self-belief, each aligned action might seem small on its own, but over time they compound, creating a momentum that can lead to incredible transformations in your life. So don't underestimate the power of small, consistent efforts. Keep showing up for yourself day after day. Keep nurturing those positive thoughts and beliefs. Keep taking those small steps towards your goals. Over time, you'll be amazed at how far you've come. Now let's talk about a simple but powerful way to amplify your invisible power, focusing on the good stuff in your life. This isn't about ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It's about training your mind to notice and appreciate the positive aspects of your life, no matter how small they might seem. You see, what you focus on grows. It's like watering plants in a garden. If you water the weeds, negative thoughts and experiences, they'll grow bigger and take over. But if you water the flowers, positive thoughts and experiences, they'll flourish and spread. This doesn't mean you'll never have negative thoughts or experiences, but when you make a conscious effort to focus on the good things, you start to create a positive momentum in your life. You begin to notice more good things, which makes you feel better, which in turn attracts more positive experiences. It's a beautiful upward spiral. One of the most powerful ways to focus on the good stuff is through gratitude. Gratitude is like a superpower for your invisible power. When you're grateful, you're telling the universe, "Hey, I notice and appreciate these good things in my life. I'd like more of this, please." Try this. Every day, take a few moments to think of 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. Maybe you're grateful for your morning coffee, or for the smile from a stranger, or for the comfortable bed you sleep in. The key is to really feel the gratitude, not just think about it. As you do this regularly, you'll start to notice a shift. You'll begin to see more things to be grateful for. Your mood will improve. You'll feel more optimistic. And remember, when you feel better, you attract better experiences. It's your invisible power at work. Now let's talk about how to deal with challenges using your invisible power. When difficult situations arise, and they will, that's just part of life, instead of seeing them as problems, try to see them as opportunities for growth. This is called reframing, and it's a powerful tool. For example, if you lose your job, instead of thinking, "This is terrible," you could think, "This is an opportunity to find work that I really love." If you have a disagreement with someone, instead of getting upset, you could think, "This is a chance for me to practice patience and understanding." Reframing doesn't change the situation itself, but it changes how you perceive and respond to it. And remember, your perception shapes your reality. When you choose to see challenges as opportunities, you're using your invisible power to transform difficulties into stepping stones for growth. Now we come to one of the most exciting parts of working with your invisible power, creating your new self. This isn't about becoming a completely different person. It's about aligning your outer self with the person you know you can be on the inside. Think of it like this. Inside you, there's a version of yourself that's confident, capable, and living your dream life. This version of you already exists in potential. Your job is to bring that version of yourself into reality. Start by getting clear on who this version of you is. How does this person think? How do they act? How do they treat themselves and others? What do they believe about themselves and the world? Spend some time really imagining this version of yourself in detail. Once you have a clear picture of your ideal self, it's time to start acting as if you're already that person. This might feel strange at first, like you're pretending. But remember, you're not trying to be someone you're not. You're aligning yourself with who you truly are at your core. If your ideal self is confident, start carrying yourself with confidence. Stand tall, speak clearly, make eye contact. If your ideal self is kind and compassionate, start treating everyone you meet with kindness and compassion. If your ideal self is successful in their career, start adopting the habits and mindset of a successful person. As you do this, you might feel resistance. Your old habits and beliefs might try to pull you back. That's okay. It's a natural part of the process. Just keep going. Keep aligning yourself with your ideal self, bit by bit. Two powerful tools for creating your new self are affirmations and visualizations. Affirmations are positive statements that reinforce the beliefs of your ideal self. For example, I am confident and capable, or I attract abundance and success easily. Visualizations involve using your imagination to see yourself as your ideal self. Spend a few minutes each day closing your eyes and vividly imagining yourself living as your ideal self. Feel the emotions, hear the sounds, see the sights. The more real you can make it in your mind, the more powerful it becomes. Remember, your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's vividly imagined. By consistently using affirmations and visualizations, you're programming your subconscious to align with your ideal self. And as your subconscious shifts, your outer reality begins to shift too. This process of creating your new self is where the real magic of your invisible power happens. As you consistently align your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with your ideal self, you'll start to see changes in your outer world. Opportunities will arise that align with your new self. People will start treating you differently. You'll find yourself naturally making choices that support your goals and dreams. It's important to remember that this isn't about forcing change or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about aligning with your true self, the person you know you can be. It's about letting go of limiting beliefs and embracing your full potential. As you continue on this journey of creating your new self, be patient and kind with yourself. Celebrate every small step forward. And remember, you're not alone in this. The entire universe is supporting you in becoming the fullest, most authentic version of yourself. Your invisible power is always there, ready to help you create the life you've always dreamed of. The cycle of change. Let's dive into one of the most fascinating aspects of your invisible power, the cycle of change. Imagine your life as a giant wheel that's always turning. For most people, this wheel turns on its own, and they simply react to whatever comes their way. But you're about to learn how to take control of this wheel and steer it in the direction you want. The cycle of change starts with your thoughts and beliefs. These create your feelings, which in turn influence your actions. Your actions then create your results, which reinforce your original thoughts and beliefs. It's a continuous cycle that can either work for you or against you. Here's the exciting part. You have the power to start this cycle at any point. You can change your thoughts, shift your feelings, take different actions, or create new results. And when you change one part of the cycle, it naturally affects all the other parts. Many people find themselves stuck in negative cycles. They have limiting thoughts, which lead to negative feelings, which result in self-sabotaging actions, which create disappointing results. And those results just reinforce their original limiting thoughts. But here's the good news. You can break this cycle at any point. You can choose to think differently, to feel differently, to act differently, or to interpret your results differently. It might feel uncomfortable at first, like you're going against the flow, but remember, you're not just going with the flow anymore, you're directing the flow. Start by becoming aware of your current cycles. Notice your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, and your results. Don't judge them, just observe. This awareness is the first step in taking control of the cycle. Now that you're aware of the cycle, it's time to start turning the wheel in your favor. Begin with your thoughts. Choose thoughts that empower you and align with your goals. For example, instead of thinking, "I always mess things up," try thinking, "I learn and grow from every experience." As you change your thoughts, you'll notice your feelings starting to shift. You might feel more optimistic, more confident. These new feelings will naturally lead to different actions. You might find yourself taking more risks, trying new things, or persisting in the face of challenges. And here's where the magic happens. As you take these new actions, you'll start to see different results. Maybe you'll achieve something you've been dreaming of, or you'll handle a difficult situation with grace. These new results then reinforce your new empowering thoughts, creating a positive cycle that builds on itself. As you work on turning the wheel of change, it's crucial to celebrate every small win along the way. Did you catch yourself thinking a positive thought instead of a negative one? Celebrate that. Did you take a small action towards your goal even though you felt scared? That's worth celebrating too. These celebrations might seem small, but they're incredibly powerful. They reinforce the positive changes you're making and encourage you to keep going. They also send a message to your subconscious mind that change is happening, which makes it easier for more positive changes to occur. Remember, big changes are just a series of small changes added up over time. By celebrating these small wins, you're creating momentum that will carry you towards your bigger goals. As we near the end of our exploration of your invisible power, it's important to remember that this is just the beginning of your journey. The principles and practices we've discussed are not just techniques to try out, they're invitations to a whole new way of living. This journey is deeply spiritual, even if you don't consider yourself a spiritual person. It's about connecting with the deepest part of yourself, the part that knows you're capable of amazing things. It's about aligning with the flow of life and co-creating your reality with the universe. Every moment is an opportunity to tap into your invisible power. Every thought is a chance to shape your reality. Every action is a step on your journey to mastery. And the beautiful thing is, this journey never really ends. There's always more to discover, more to learn, more ways to grow. As you continue on this path, remember to be patient and kind with yourself. There will be ups and downs, moments of clarity and moments of confusion. That's all part of the journey. The key is to keep going, to keep believing in yourself and your invisible power. Don't be afraid to make mistakes or face challenges. These are not setbacks, they're opportunities for growth. Every obstacle you overcome makes you stronger and wiser. Every mistake you make teaches you something valuable. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. The entire universe is supporting you, guiding you, cheering you on. Your invisible power connects you to this universal support system. All you need to do is stay open, stay curious, and keep taking those steps forward. As we come to the end of this exploration, take a moment to reflect on how far you've come. You've learned about the mirror principle, understood the power of internal change, and discovered how to shape your reality. You've explored the importance of patience, learned to focus on the positive, and discovered how to create your new self. You've understood the cycle of change and how to turn it in your favor. But more than that, you've begun to awaken to the incredible power that's been within you all along. This invisible power is not something you need to acquire or earn. It's already a part of you. It's been waiting for you to recognize it, to embrace it, to use it. Now the journey of truly mastering this power begins. It's a journey that will transform not just your circumstances, but who you are as a person. It's a journey of becoming more authentically you, of aligning with your highest potential, of creating a life that fills you with joy and purpose. Remember, every great journey begins with a single step. You've already taken that step by engaging with these ideas. Now, it's time to put them into practice. Start small, be consistent, and trust in the process. Your invisible power will do the rest, and as you go forward from here, carry this truth with you. You are far more powerful than you've ever imagined. You have the ability to shape your reality, to create the life of your dreams, to make a positive impact on the world around you. Your invisible power is waiting for you to claim it. So go forth with courage and excitement. Embrace your invisible power. Trust in your journey, and get ready to unveil the incredible life that's waiting for you. Your journey to mastery starts now, and it's going to be amazing.